When determined to build a giant and powerful rocket like Starship, Elon Musk understood that he was playing a real money-burning game. Therefore, to be able to support the Starship project for many years, SpaceX really needs stable sources of income, one of which is from the Crew Dragon capsule. This means the company needs to focus even more on developing those main sources of income. Yes, they did, but along with that, they also made a rather strange decision, ceasing the production of the Crew Dragon capsule. Are they limiting one of their main sources of income? Why did they do that? How does that decision affect the company itself and Starship's progress? Find out everything in today's episode of TechMap. On May 30, 2020, SpaceX made history when its Crew Dragon capsule safely reached the ISS carrying 2 NASA astronauts. It was the first time a private company put a human into orbit. So far, Crew Dragon is the only United States human-rated orbital transport spacecraft. So it's safe to say that Elon Musk's rocket company dominates this market, especially in the context that Boeing's Starliner has yet to fly despite nearly a decade of development, and Sierra Space's futuristic spacecraft, Dream Chaser, is only in the initial stages of construction. As usual, SpaceX can utilize this golden period to boost Dragon's production to increase revenue and promote their reputation. However, the company selects a risky step: stop building new vehicles for its Crew Dragon capsule. The plan is to cap the Crew Dragon fleet for carrying humans at 4, including Endeavor, Resilience, Endurance, and Freedom, which SpaceX will refly again and again to get crews to space. We are finishing our final capsule, but we still are manufacturing components because we'll be refurbishing. SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell confirmed the plan to end Crew Dragon manufacturing. After each flight of a Crew Dragon, the spacecraft must go through a refurbishment process in Florida, where certain hardware is tweaked or swapped out to make the vehicle flight-ready again. The big driver for this decision might be that SpaceX wants to pour plenty of resources into the development of their next-generation rocket, Starship. Well, it's no exaggeration when I say that the Starship project is truly a money-burning game. Begun in 2012, Musk has estimated that the Starship program will cost between $5 billion and $10 billion to develop. In 2023 alone, SpaceX planned to pump some $2 billion into a rocket system in an effort to finally get Starship into orbit for the first time. This investment could be a double-edged sword. In the worst case, or if the project fails, it will affect seriously the company's financial status, as SpaceX has been holding many billion-dollar contracts for the missions on Starship. Having to compensate for those contracts is really a nightmare for anyone. On the other hand, imagine that if the Starship program is successful and scaled up, it will radically reduce the price of space travel. The company's Falcon 9 rockets cost around $62 million to carry a payload of around 25,000 kilograms, 55,000 pounds of thrust. That is about a sixth of the potential maximum 150 metric ton payload of Starship. Musk estimates that it would cost as little as $10 million per launch within a few years. Of course, the Dragon spacecraft is not the only target in this case. When Starship becomes operational, SpaceX will aim to replace both the Falcon series rocket and Dragon with one Starship. The strategy, putting all your eggs in one basket like this, tends not to be highly estimated in business and investment because it increases risk. 4 Dragons should be enough to cover crew flights for the next 2 to 3 years, but many people still think that Elon is betting everything on Starship. For that reason, over the next few years, SpaceX must guarantee that each capsule is never allowed to fail. It's never even allowed to be used close enough to its margins that it would need to be retired. To make it possible, in addition to ensuring a reliable manufacturing process, refurbishment work needs to go smoothly. Another challenge is how to maintain a fleet and quickly fix unexpected problems without holding up a busy schedule of astronaut missions. Until now, we have not seen any changes to this plan, whereas the 2024 trips planned for a fleet of Dragon remain as scheduled. SpaceX will send 5 astronaut missions skyward this year, if all goes according to plan. Crew 8 mission was shifted to no earlier than March 1. Crew 9 is scheduled to lift off in August. Axiom Mission 4 will launch no earlier than October. And in April, SpaceX plans to launch Polaris Dawn, a free-flying mission to LEO that will feature the first-ever spacewalk by a private astronaut. But Shotwell added that SpaceX would retain the capability to build more capsule if a need arises in the future, but contended that fleet management is key. Musk's business model is underpinned by reusable spacecraft, so it was inevitable that the company would stop production at some point. But neither the timing nor the strategy for using his current fleet is known for its entire backlog of tasks. However, that doesn't mean SpaceX's strategy this time is completely risky. As Elon said, it's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. Similarly, Mark Twain also said, put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket. Both suggest that concentration and focus can be beneficial as long as you have control over the outcome. Essentially, Musk is advocating for risk-taking and the idea that putting all your resources into one venture can lead to success if you are actively involved in managing it. By placing all our eggs in a single basket, we can focus all our energy, expertise, and resources on ensuring its success. This singular focus allows for a deeper understanding of the venture at hand, an increased ability to navigate challenges, and the potential for transformative innovation. By challenging the traditional mindset that don't put your eggs in one basket, Elon has demonstrated that his perspective works.